Okay, so just want to talk about the newest patch to Celeste that just came out. So there are a couple main changes made. I'm just gonna get to a certain spot here really quick. Sorry about that. So one of the biggest changes they made. They did a lot of stuff with like keybind reworking, and I'll show the patch notes in a second. But they did a lot of stuff with keybind reworking. So what I want to demonstrate is specifically they did what's called a crouch dash. They added input for a crouch dash. So if you see here, I'm in the crouching animation while I'm just dashing. You can go upwards diagonal, downwards diagonal. You can go down, so you can basically go anywhere. It's just crouching. So what this does, what this allows for, since it shrinks the hitbox, and this is a technique that's been used in speedrunning for a while. It's just that before you were required to do basically a precise input for it. You can do something, for example, like this. Well, if I get it. But you could probably dash through those spikes and get to the other side. There was a more specific spot that I had earlier, so I'll just go there and show it. Here, you can, if I can time it. Okay. It is still hard to time because it has to be like pretty much pixel perfect to dash through these spikes. Also, the way this works in the game is that spikes are smaller than they appear, basically to give the player more leeway. So these spikes aren't actually touching each other. There's enough space between them that you can dash through, but only if you're crouching while you're dashing. So before, you used to be able to do it by dashing downwards and then pressing right or left very quickly, but now there's just an input for it. Man, I'm terrible at this. Alright, so like that. So you can dash through the spikes, and basically that could have some effect on speedrunning. Also, another thing is that this basically serves as a downward diagonal dash when you're on the ground. So you can do something like a hyper dash by just pressing your one button, by just pressing the crouch dash button instead of both arrows down, like that. So that's basically what I wanted to demonstrate, so I'm going to take a look at the patch notes. So new options, screen shake is what happens when you like grab crystals, right? So like you can either shake the screen a lot, or a medium amount, or not at all. And then grab mode option basically means like you can, it's a new setting where if you click the grab button, you'll grab constantly until you hit it again. Control rebinding, basically just there's a bunch of different things you can rebind, so I'll show those here. So if we look at the keyboard configuration, so this is all the regular stuff. This is just my setup. And the menu things, this hasn't really changed. And then here are the advanced ones. So this is crouch dash. So I use Z personally for mine, since I use control to grab instead of Z. And then there's movement and dashing only. So if you wanted, you could like set up left, right, up, and down for when you're not dashing, and then do like WASD for dashing. I don't really know what use it has, but if you want that, I guess it's there. So I don't really get this one. I'm trying to figure it out. But I think it basically means that you can hold the button, and while you're holding the button, all dashes, even just regular sideways ones, so like I'm holding Z right now, So I'm going to do my dash into the corner right. You can see the crouch one there. So I'm just saying my regular one, and I'm not pressing any of my directional buttons. So I guess that doesn't do a crouch. I don't know, I thought it would. Honestly, I'm not sure what that one does. That was just an idea I came up with. Maybe it did that, but it doesn't. So I'm not entirely sure what that one does. Directional, that's just the stuff I just showed, the movement only and the dashing only. So you can reset all your things to default. You just have to hold it now. That's not really important. This is something for controls on controllers, right? Or you could press L plus R plus start, but you know, since that could like interfere with keybinds, they changed it. And basically it reset to default if you got the update. That's all that says. Pause buffering doesn't really matter unless you're specifically speedrunning, because you do a lot of skipping cutscenes. So this adds a little bit of time after each time you unpause. Physics changes. So she now uses the ducking sprite while crouching. It used to be that you would just dash in and look normal, but this white line here that you see at the very end, I'll try and show it. So this white line, they use, so right here, in between the variants and options there, that basically will be more towards Madeline's feet than her, like, the middle, if you did it right, like I just did there. And basically that was your only way of knowing whether you did the dash properly, but now I can just do it and with the button, and you have the crouching animation, and the line is also more towards her feet, so you can see that. Bottom screen, blast zone, or whatever, Smash terms. It's down 4 pixels, so it's just a little more leeway. And then they also fixed a bug where wall jumps from the right side of walls, they're like moving. So let's say in Resurrection, or wait, is that, no, it's chapter 6, right? Let's say in chapter 6, you want to jump off the right side of one of those of the moving blocks that you dash into. You might not actually jump off it right and get the momentum because of reasons I don't totally understand. This is, move blocks are in chapter 4. They would inconsistently give movement. And here they added a grace period of like 1/10 of a second, which basically it's just a little extra time for you to try and get boosts off the explosions, which are the fish in Farewell, the bumper things in like chapter 6, and the respawning seekers in chapter 5. I don't entirely understand all of these, but they don't seem like they would, everything under here doesn't really seem like it affects gameplay that much, because I've tried it out and I don't notice anything different. This just gives you a little more room for like getting killed under like blocks, and that fixes that. And then they added a little chapter 9, a couple chapter 9 changes. I haven't tested out chapter 9 because, you know, long level, but apparently they added a couple spikes, a cracked tile or two. It just looks like there's some small changes here. And then other minor changes, made a skippable conversation, keyboard icons of controller icons, keyboard's last one used, on computer specifically. This just makes asset files for the game smaller, because they didn't need to be as big as before, apparently. Let's see. This is for Chapter 4's hint art, or not Super Mario. For in Chapter 4, the Crystal Heart, so the crystal heart in chapter 4, go to it. There we go. Okay, so if you go down here and then up and then right, so we have this here. So apparently now there's some visual hints as to what you're supposed to do with it to get this crystal heart. So you can see here, little Madeline crouching. I like that. It's a Mario 3 reference, assuming you've played Mario. So you just crouch through this and then you climb up here. Maybe I should have given a spoiler warning before I did that. Oh, dang it. I'm assuming you've gotten it though, right? I'm sorry if I did spoil. Anyway, so yeah, this is just that. So then there are other minor changes. Whatever FNA is, change the depth of chapter 4 to be behind Madeline when she enters the room. So this actually is this again. So here, as you can see now I run in front of this. I think this used to be like at the same level, so you had to jump over it, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But that's all that is. Other than this, there's one more thing, which is that I don't know if I can see the presented by. Yeah, I'll open up the game again. So here in the opening screen, there's a change. It just extremely okay games, just a different present on the title screen, and the rest of it's the same. Small tweaks of flag 7A, which is flag 11 in 3,000 meters of summit, and I don't think that's really that important. And then because I haven't really noticed it, I did flag 11, didn't notice much. And then these are just some bug fixes. Doesn't seem like it's like they're just some small quality of life things, you know, things that might happen. Doesn't seem like anything like there was anything too wrong, but these are just some, you know, things they fixed. So it's basically the patch notes explained to my best of my ability. I mean, I'm not like a professional or anything. I'm sure someone else has already done this, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. Alright, that's it.